In 1947, W. H. Auden published his Pulitzer Prize-winning book, The Age of Anxiety. If the post-war 1940s and 1950s was the age of anxiety, ours might be appropriately deemed the age of high anxiety. We can hardly overstate the extent to which worry, anxiety, and fear permeate our lives. We worry about the future, about politics, and about our health. We fear violent crime, racial divisions, and the future of the economy. Deep rifts in our nation leave us with an increasing sense of uncertainty. Fear in the financial markets can wipe out billions of dollars of wealth in a single day. Our fears, in the form of insecurity, often wreak havoc on our lives and personal relationships. Google the word fear, and you'll find over 600 million websites in 0.98 seconds. My phone and watch vibrate multiple times each day with breaking news, most of it bad. Today alone I've been notified of a subway bombing in Russia, continued conflict in Congress, a constable shot in Texas, and 3 people killed in St. Louis when a boiler exploded, and it's only noon. Stories from parts of the world we'd be hard-pressed to find on a map show up in our news feeds in close to real time. Put enough of those stories together, and it seems as if the world is going to the proverbial hell in a handbasket. Molly Ball, writing in the magazine The Atlantic, notes, "Fear is in the air, and fear is surging. Americans are more afraid today than they have been in a long time." In preparation for a sermon series, I recently conducted a survey of the congregation at the United Methodist Church of the Resurrection because I wanted to know how fear might be shaping the lives of my congregation. Of the 2,400 people who took the survey, nearly half reported living with a moderate level of fear, while 35% reported living with a significant amount of fear. 80% lived with moderate or significant levels of fear. Those under age 50 experienced more fear than those over 50. The greatest fear of those over 50 was the direction of our country. Fears of failure and of disappointing others topped the list of those younger than 50. Nearly 2 decades after 9/11, religious extremists continued to spread fear by committing occasional but highly publicized acts of violence. We're still recovering from the 2008 economic crisis that left millions unemployed and slashed the value of Americans' retirement savings by trillions. Many people live with the awareness of how quickly our economy and livelihoods can falter. We're polarized, politically, with each side crying wolf on a daily basis, and then there are the universal worries people have felt in every age. Concerns for our children, fear of failure, anxiety about death and dying, and so much more.